Hi, Sandy Plains family. Welcome to the screencast of our very first Tech Tip Tuesday, which was on creating tests and quizzes on Schoology. Today we are going to do a little refresher on how to create an assignment using the test quizzes feature. I'm going to show you how you can insert images or text into those assignments as well as tag the standards. And then I'm going to show you how you can share those tests and quizzes that you create with other members of your team. So first I wanted to start by showing you some tests and quizzes that we have created so far. So this first one was for ELA. So I went ahead and we put in this passage from ReadWorks. And then underneath of that, you find the question. So you have multiple choice. There was one where they put the story events in order. So that's kind of like a drag and reorder question. And then you have where you would match. And you can see underneath of each question, the standard is tagged. The nice part about tagging the standards is once the student submits it and it goes into your gradebook, it analyzes it based on the standard for you already, so you can see their progress for each of the standards that you tagged. The other nice part about this is that the passage is right within the test and quiz, so they don't have to flip back and forth. And that really will prepare them for those periodicals and those Clark-like tests. Another quiz that was created was just one for math. And this was just kind of like an exit ticket to see how students were doing with telling time to the hour. So you can see I put clip arts of little clocks telling time to the hour, and this student just picked which time it showed. You can see that I tagged the math standards on that as well. So before we get started creating a test or quiz, you want to make sure, if you haven't already, that you accept Laura made groups for each grade level. So you want to go up to your notifications and accept that so that she can make you make it to where you're allowed to add things to it. And what that'll be is it'll be under groups. You can see right there it says Sandy Plains second grade. And then once Laura makes you an administrator for that group, you'll have a little badge there. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick whichever course I want to add the material to, and I'm going to click Add Material. And you're going to click Test and Quiz. Now, please feel free to stop, pause, or go back and play again any part of this screencast as you're creating this with me. So you're going to name your test or quiz, whatever you want, which I'm just going to name mine Practice for now. And then you put the amount of points that you want the test or quiz to be. Don't worry if you don't know how many questions you're going to have right away. You can always go back and edit that before you publish it to students. Categories. So minor would be for those checkpoints, kind of like quizzes or any checkpoints that you want. Major is for the end of unit culminating events and tests. And then practice would be those in between practice, so any exit tickets or just any regular classwork. So I'm going to put it in as minor because we're doing this as a checkpoint. And for right now, I'm going to go ahead and unpublish it to students until I am satisfied with what I want. Some other options here you can individually assign. So if you're wanting to just assign this test or quiz to certain groups of students, you would click that and then you type their name in and choose those. And then you have the comments feature if you want to leave comments after. So I'm going to go ahead and click Create. And then it opens up to this screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some questions in, but I'm going to show you how first to add a picture or passage. So when you go to the Add Questions button, what you want to do first is click on the plus text. It's going to open up this box. And you want to make sure you have your image saved already on your computer. So I'm going to go to Insert Content. I'm going to click Image and Media. And I'm going to attach the file that I want to upload. Now I went ahead and screenshotted a little bit of a passage from ReadWorks for this. And I'm going to hit Open. and you can see it pops right up in the window. Right now, I can also align learning objectives right away to this passage if I wanted to. I'm going to actually align them to individual questions and show you how to do that in just a minute. So then you're going to click Create Text, and it pops right up in that window. So then I can add other questions. You can have the option add from questions to bank if you want to do that after you make them so that you have them for later, or reorder the questions. Underneath questions, you have true, false, multiple choice, which I had showed you, ordering, short answer or essay, fill in the blank, and matching. The only thing is with the short answer or essay questions, it will not automatically grade it for you. You have to go and manually grade that yourself before it goes into the grade book. So let's go ahead and put a multiple choice question in there. So I'm going to click add multiple choice question. It opens up my new screen. And let's just say, who are the main characters in the story? So this is similar to how it was on NGrade. You put your answer choices in. And then you're going to click which one is the correct answer. You can add more choices if you want. You can remove choices if you want. That would be good for differentiating. You can randomize the choices, partial credit, put a timer on it if you want, and then you choose how many points you want it out of. So then down here where it says option, that's where you're going to align your learning objectives. So you click that little target, you click Common Core, either English or Math, whatever you're making it for, your grade level, and then you kind of just go through and pick this standard, okay? So I'm going to pick ask and answer questions. So I can click on that. It puts a little green check. If you need to tag more than one, you can go back up and click into it. You can go into where you need. Say I want to add this one about understanding character, setting, and plot. You can see it says one selected and it saves it. When I click add learning objectives, you can see now both ones I clicked are there. Once you're finished with that, you click create question and it'll take you back to your original screen. So you can see the passage is still there, and when I scroll down, there's my question. Now let's go ahead and create an ordering question, just so you can see what that looks like when we preview. I'm going to say put the story events in order. I'm just going to write some random letters here. Let's just pretend these are real words. Again, how many points you want it. You can tag your standards. I'm just going to click a standard for now. And I'm going to create. Let me edit that really quickly. Ink. And so you can put them in the order they go into. So let's just say that's the correct order. Forgot to show you that part. Now you don't see the question here, but when we preview it, it will be there. Let's also just go ahead and do a matching. So match the vocabulary word to the definition. Now within these windows too, you can also insert content. So that's how I made the one with the clocks. So if you're doing like multiple choice, this window still does pop up and you can insert the individual clocks there for like math if you want it to be separate problems, as opposed to just putting the passage at the top. So then let's say, Okay, and you would order them where they go with the answer. And I'm going to create that question. So here is the part I always forget. When you are finished with your test and quiz and you want students to be able to actually take it, you have to go into settings, which is the tab next to questions, and you have to change the submission to enable. Okay, then you're going to go to the bottom and hit save changes. If you don't do that, it will not let students take the test or quiz. And you can go to the preview tab. It's going to ask you if you want to start an attempt. This is what the students would see. So if you didn't put that enable on, this would not say start new attempt. It would say this test or quiz is currently not accepting attempts. So I click start new attempt, and then here is my test or quiz. So the student would pick their answer, drag and drop where it goes for the drag and drop. And then for this one, instead of dragging it, they just enter the letters. So, and you can see it'll draw a line to whatever letter they enter. And they can only use it one time. Then they would hit submit. Okay, since I'm only doing preview mode, it's not going to allow me to do that, but you can see kind of how it works. Once your students have gone in and done this, you can click results. And it will show you, oops, excuse me. It'll show you your kid's name and their score that goes in the grade book. The star means that they either didn't take it or they didn't hit submit at the very end. Sometimes they forget to do that, so you make sure they go back in. You'll hit save changes at the bottom if you made any changes. You can do that by, if you wanted to hit view attempt and delete the student's attempt so that they can do it again, then you'd have to hit save changes at the bottom. Okay, so once your test or quiz is created and you've gone ahead and saved it and you've gone ahead and enabled it, you can go back to this materials tab on the side, and you can see that my test or quiz is now listed at the bottom. Now you can see it says unpublished here. That means I can see it, but the students cannot see it. In order to publish that, you click the little wheel and you just click publish, and then the students will be able to see it and take it. Now, in order to copy this to your grade level team resource section, again, you click the wheel, you're going to click copy to course. Oh, excuse me, wrong thing. You're going to click save to resources, not copy to course. Copy to course would be if you want to copy it to another class. So save to resources, you're going to drop down the collections, you're going to click your group resource. If there's folders created, you can put it in a folder. If not, you don't have to worry about that part. And then you just click save copy. And the important thing to remember is it says save copy. That means your grade level is going to see whatever you created there. And that's how it's going to appear. In order for them to edit it for their own needs, they have to first save the copy to their own course, and then they can go in and edit it. So I'll show you how to do that. So let's say, let me go up to my groups and go into Sandy Plains, 2nd grade. And go to resources. And let's say I want to give one of these comprehension questions that Tanasia made. So I want to give my kids this little flap comprehension question. Now, right now it's however Tanasia made it, but say I wanted to go ahead and edit it for my own students. Maybe I needed to modify some things. I go to the little wheel. This is where you do copy to. I'm going to copy it. Sorry, once again, I'm wrong. You're going to click add to course. You're going to choose it. So let's see, I want to choose this one. I'm not going to put it in a folder right now. I can put the points in that I want. I can change it from minor to practice if I wanted. And then I would click add. Okay, then it would show up under my courses. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So then when I go back to my courses and click where I added it, you can see it appear down there. And now what I can do, since I've made it my own, is I can go ahead and edit what I need to edit, or I can click on it and open it if I need to physically edit the questions, and I can go ahead and edit the questions myself. So then that would be edited on my end, but not on the rest of 2nd grade's end. They'd have to go ahead and copy it to their course to get it to do that. All right, so that is the conclusion of our tech tip. So just as a reminder, if you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns about this, go ahead and message me or Laura, and we would be absolutely happy to help you with it. Don't forget also Tanasia and Jeff and Sprill are also part of our technology team, so they are definitely also willing to help you.